Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 3 at Nta News24. We are live in Abuja. Thank you for joining us. I am Olajide Bello. President Bola Tinubu has approved the reinstatement of Professor Neni Zabe as the project coordinator of the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project, HYPREP. The President reached the decision following a performance review of the HYPREP project coordinator and concluded that the project coordinator is fit to discharge his functions in accordance with the regulations guiding the execution of the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project, HYPREP. A statement by the Presidential Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajiri Ngalale, indicates that by this directive of the President, the reinstatement of the HYPREP project coordinator takes immediate effect. The National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, has handed over rescued Kaduna journalists. The journalist and the family of one of them were handed over after undergoing post-trauma examination in the office of the NSA.
I want to formally hand them over to you, Honorable Minister of Information. And just like many others we have done in the past, it has been a continuation of efforts of all the security agencies. And we hope and pray that time will come when we will be able to overcome this terrible thing happening to us as people. We want to assure you and assure Nigerians that we are working. It's a matter of time. It will come to an end.
Minister of Information and National Orientation appealed to Nigerians to keep faith with the Tinubu administration, assuring that all kidnapped persons will be brought home safely.
I want to reiterate that this is part of the ongoing effort that the NSA is doing to bring back people who have been taken into custody without paying ransom. This is part of the desire of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is the mandate given to them to ensure that all those who are kidnapped, security agencies are at their best using new tactical methods to ensure that these kidnapped victims are brought back to their homes, to their families in safety.
We want to tell Nigerians that with the support of every citizen, the government can actually do this. I never thought that within a week of our kidnap, even though it was torturous, it was painful in there, but even the bandits themselves were saying that they were surprised that we have to go just within a week of our kidnap. So we are grateful that the government swung into action after the call for intervention, and we are grateful to the boot on ground, to the team that did the job.
The rescued journalists and their family were kidnapped from their homes in Kaduna about a week ago. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, says the media is crucial in upholding democracy and upholding public office holders accountable through balanced reportage. He stated this while opening the renovated House of Representatives Media Center at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja. Speaker Abbas says the upgraded media center underscores the commitment of the 10th Assembly to nurturing a vibrant and independent press. He urged members of the House of Representatives Press Corps to put national interest first in reporting Parliament, describing the media as a crucial partner in sustaining democracy.
The role of the media within a democracy cannot be overstated. As the fourth estate, the media plays a pivotal role in fostering public engagement and upholding democratic values.
Mr. Speaker, I know the pressure that they are under to file stories and to accurately report the House. Mr. Speaker, I think it is very necessary that we have health insurance coverage for every member of the press corps. And I believe, sir, that this is something that you can do.
This modernized facility, as we're seeing today, is a beacon of hope for our profession, enabling us to discharge our duties more effectively. Your support is a reminder that a free press and a functioning democracy go hand in hand. Mr. Speaker, please accept our heartfelt appreciation for your unwavering support to the press corps.
The Speaker also inaugurated the newly elected executives of the House of Reps Press Corps. Director General, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Zubaida Umar says strict monitoring of construction of buildings must be intensified by monitoring institutions to reduce the loss of lives and property occasioned by the perennial building collapses across the country. The DG NEMA stated this during an on-the-spot assessment of the St. Academic School building collapsed site in Jos Plateau State. Ilyasu Yakubu reports.
According to the latest report by the Building Collapse Prevention Guild, Nigeria witnessed a total of 553 incidents between 1974 and April 2023. The report indicated that Lagos State recorded a high collapse with over 326 buildings covering the last 49 years. These represent 59.05% of a total of 553 recorded cases in the country during the period under review. Taraba, Bayelsa, Gombe, and Yobe State had their first recorded collapse in 2022. And Zamfara State has only one recorded building collapse, which happened in 2018. The glory years of 1971, 1975, and 1981 were years that had no recorded collapses. Year 2022 had the most collapses, with 62 nationwide and Lagos accounting for 20. In addition, 2023 recorded 12 collapses so far. The latest collapse in Jos Plateau State claimed 22 lives and 132 others sustained different degrees of injury. The DG NEMA, who sympathized with the government and people of Plateau State, commended communities in the affected area for rescue efforts.
So what we have done today is to take a rapid assessment. Once we get back, we're going to have the report, and then we'll know how NEMA can come in terms of intervention, be it medicals, be it food, for example. NEMA is there to assist in any way.
The state governor, Caleb Mofwan, thanked the DG NEMA for the sympathy visit and promised to ensure adherence to building rules and regulations among the people.
We will need to put in place and upgrade our building codes. People cannot just build anywhere, especially within the city center.
Experts say many quacks have been empowered by the fact that regulatory bodies and relevant apparatus of government are unwilling or unable to prosecute and convict persons found culpable of professional ineptitude regarding incidences of building collapse in Nigeria. In Abuja, Ilyasu Yakubu, Nta News.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has given 2 weeks ultimatum to contractors handling the construction of Denro Ishashi Akute Road to complete the project. The governor gave the ultimatum during an on-the-spot assessment of the road. Hakim Jimo reports.
Governor Dapo Abiodun, who notes that the construction of Denro Ishashi Akute Road, which started about 3 years ago, ordered the contractors handling the project to immediately mobilize and return to site to complete the project within 2 weeks.
We had to draw up a priority list, and the priority list, amongst others, factored in the vehicular traffic, the economic impact.
While assuring that construction work will soon commence on Alagbole Ajuwon and Akute Ajuwon roads, Okearo, Akute, Ijoko, and Yakoyo roads in Ifo local government area of Ogun State, Governor Abiodun promised to also construct a new primary healthcare delivery center for the people of the area. The governor added that his administration will ensure equitable infrastructural development across the 20 local government areas of the state.
I've maintained that not only am I inclusive, not only am I equitable, fair and just, but I also have pledged to be a responsive administrator. I owe everyone equitable infrastructural development.
The drainage and the road is always waterlogged, you understand? when it's raining.
If we can do this road, it will impact positively on the socio-economic activity of the environment.
It has carried the 2 children this water. Some will make it, some will die.
He acknowledges that his administration had, since its inception in 2019, constructed no fewer than 600 kilometers of roads across the state, promising more people-oriented infrastructural development. From Akute in Ifo local government area of Ogun State, Akim Jimo, Nta News.
You're watching the news desk at 3 on Nta News 24. More reports when we return.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau, in noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News 24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
Thanks for being there. Port Harcourt Refinery undergoes licensing as Minister Defence rehabilitation exercise, just as CBN drops PDC operators in $123 million sale. Let's join Tokwe Alabi for this and more on Business News.
The Port Harcourt Refining Company is currently undergoing various licensing processes following the supply of crude to the plant after it was mechanically completed in December 2023. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Henneken Lokobiri, earlier insisted that the plant was at its final rehabilitation stage. In March this year, the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC, Mele Kyari, said the Port Harcourt Refinery had received 450,000 barrels of crude oil and would begin operations in April. Kyari had disclosed this at a press briefing after he appeared before the Senate Ad Hoc Committee investigating the various turnaround maintenance projects of the country's refineries. The Petroleum Minister defended the ongoing work at the Port Harcourt Refinery, saying it often takes time before refineries start pumping out refined products after their mechanical completion.
Not just as easy as the way Nigerians may think. But the best example is that between the time President Buhari commissioned the Dangote refinery and when they started bringing up products, it took almost a long time. And I believe that within a short time, we'll get clarity to it.
The minister, however, assured Nigerians that the government was working hard to ensure that the refinery commences the release of refined petroleum products in earnest, as these will impact positively on the country's economy. In the meantime, Bureau de Change operators were excluded in the latest tranche of forex sales by the Central Bank of Nigeria to authorized dealers. This was disclosed by the president of the Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, Aminu Gwadabe, who said only banks got the forex intervention. The Apex Bank had commenced sales of forex worth $122.67 million to 46 approved dealers as part of significant step to stabilize the forex exchange market. Authorized dealers include banks and PDC operators. A statement signed by the CBN director in charge of financial markets, Dr. Omolara Duke, said the new release is part of the bank's determination to promote stability and reduce market volatility in the foreign exchange market. The CBN further urged all authorized dealers to ensure that foreign exchange purchases from the bank are exclusively used for trade-backed transactions, which must be reported within 72 hours. The statement noted that CBN supplies foreign exchange to the market through FX spot sales to authorized dealers using two-way codes aiming at improving liquidity. Business News, Tokwe Alabi.
The food import waiver declared by the federal government has attracted divergent views from guests on Good Morning Nigeria. while others believe it is a proactive measure to cushion the food inflation and bring down food prices. Others are insisting that Nigeria must produce what its citizens eat. Lydia Sampson reports.
Food prices is skyrocketing and concerns rising across the value chains about tackling food crisis is palpable, and government is not unmindful of the people's outcry. The food import waiver proponents believe government's decision must be applauded as solution-driven.
Now that the federal government has taken this decision, let's understand that this is just an emergency window. You open the window and then you create what you call quota, a measure, and then use tariff to back it up. And that's exactly what they are trying to do, the government has tried to do.
Look, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must be commended for taking this bold step, because it's an issue that is affecting general price level.
Professor Yeshua Ango, on his part, says importation is not a sustainable solution despite the high food inflation.
The pronouncement will just affect the market, but it's not the best option. You know, importation is not the best option. If you are going to open the window, then government should import the stuff and then sell directly to some of these users, especially the major millers.
He's optimistic, however, that the policy pronouncement may help bring down prices, but cautions against discouraging farmers and making Nigeria food dependent. They are all on the same page that tackling food inflation to enshrine affordability and availability is key. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, Nta News.
Africa is poised to develop strategic public-private partnership towards deepening value addition to its enormous solid mineral resources. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria reiterate that with the scramble for African mineral resources, pushing the narrative of local value addition instead of raw materials exploitation is now.
We have been championing the aspect of local value addition and looking at how do we turn our minerals and maximally benefit from them. And they have also been doing a great job in trying to address some of the local challenges, especially things like illegal mining, by creating an enabling environment. So this summit is really looking at how do we take these lessons that we are learning from not only Nigeria, but from across Africa, to actually be able to maximize the benefit that we get from this. It's also about, and what's fascinating about it is, how do we do it together? How do we collaborate? What's working here? How does it help other jurisdictions?
The first edition is more to create awareness of what we're trying to achieve. So for example, during the first edition, one of the success stories was that we had a Gambian delegation come to Nigeria. And what they wanted to do is learn how the Nigerian petroleum sector was developed, because they're trying to develop their own their sector as well. So that's one of the key areas of cross-border collaboration between governments. Now the third edition is more towards actionable delivery, where we have a deal-making platform where we present opportunities to investors, to also other key players in the sector, to harness, to help them develop their projects in a sustainable manner. And that is something that we are doing all year round, not just at this summit.
The Natural Resources Energy Summit, holding in Abuja from tomorrow, is a platform for engagement towards opening vistas of opportunity for participating countries to collaborate. The Nigerian Navy Calabar area is assuring on its combat readiness to meet internal maritime and national security obligations in the country. The flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Said Akinwande, gave the assurance at the completion of the second quarter route march in Calabar. Paul Abel completes the report.
By the extension of activities of Operation Delta Sanity for 90 days by the Chief of the Naval Staff, the second quarter route march is in line to test the physical, psychological fitness and readiness of the soldiers to ward off any form of threat. The FOC also sends a warning to all criminal elements to stay clear, as the Navy will not condone any form of threat to national interest.
This exercise this morning is to tune all of us up so that we can take further the trajectory of our maritime security operations engagement, so that we can continue will continue to make our maritime environment safe for maritime activities and other socioeconomic activities.
The route march which started in the early hours of the day from the NNS Victory Parade Ground, drawing participants from all naval formations in Calabar area, traverse major roads in Calabar metropolis. Some of the roads include Murtala Mohammed Highway, Mary's Lesser, Marian Road, IBB, Diamond, and back to the takeoff point where physical fitness exercises were conducted. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
The former Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Ali Pantami, has asked parents and guardians to regulate digital devices, sites and applications available at children's disposal for the right purpose of education and good moral upbringing. Pantami made the emphasis on the implication of current state in digital space at the maiden graduation at Tarbiya System School in Abuja. Joseph Utsen reports.
Learning approach integrating science, technology, engineering and mathematics, as well as Islamic studies, is what this set of graduates have received. 1 boy, 7 girls are the first graduating students of Tarbiya STEM School, which started 6 years ago. Also graduating are this set of mothers who enrolled into Islamic studies. With them at the occasion is the former Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Ali Issa Pantami, as special guest. As someone who has piloted Nigeria's move to reap benefits of the digital space, it was another opportunity to draw attention on the pros and cons of the digital environment to parents and children.
There is a telephone called GAP, G-A-B-B. GAP is designed to take care of your children without exposing them to any content of violence, pornography, or disinformation.
And the students are ready to show their guests they are not on the internet for the wrong reasons, as they displayed some of the digital technological products they produced.
Has exposed me to a lot of things, like all this robotics and coding stuff and the Islamic aspect.
Seeking for knowledge in Islam is compulsory. There are no two ways about it, it's compulsory.
And in teaching our children STEM, we should also teach them what in Arabic is called the tarbiyah, that is upbringing, the proper upbringing.
Well, what came to my mind was the fact that there is a gap between the educational system we have and the technological world.
They showed they are also good at reciting Quranic verses. There were awards presented to students who distinguished themselves academically and morally. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, Nta News.
And that concludes the news desk at 3 on Nta News 24.